B'yom Shabbos Chodesh Zeh yesh Chodesh miyuchad shemaytziin shloisha Sifrei Torah. This Shabbos Chodesh, we have something very special, that we take out 3 Sifrei Torah. So what was that Shabbos Chodesh? This is the Sicha of the Rebbe. It was on Vayikrah. It was Parshas Hachodesh. So we had Parshas Hachodesh last week. But that year was Rosh Chodesh Nissan. It was Vayikrah and Parshas Hachodesh. So normally we don't take out 3 Sifrei Torah. So it was a special thing that they were taking out 3 Sifrei Torah. B'yom Shabbos Chodesh Zayish Chodesh miyuchad shemaytziin shloisha Sifrei Torah Rosh Chodesh Nissan shechol yis v'Shabbos maytziin shloisha Sfarim Keren Seder Yom Parshas Hashpur B'Rishon V'Inyan Rosh Chodesh B'Sheni V'Chodesh Hazeh B'Shlishi. So the Parsha of the Shvu is read in the first Sefer Torah. The idea of Rosh Chodesh is in the second Torah, and the Chodesh Hazeh is in the third Torah. Generally, we don't usually take out 3 Sifrei Torah, so it's something new. Usually, we only take out 1 Sefer Torah. Normally, if you have to do 2 things, you take out 2 Sifrei Torah, like Shabbos, Rosh Chodesh, and Yom Tov. And Yom Tov, even it did us once in a while when we have to read 3 things. We take out 3 Sifrei Torah. Simchas Torah. The only time that we always take out 3 Sifrei Torah is Simchas Torah, right? It says we take out 3 Sifrei Torah. We read in the first one Zayis Bracha until the end of the Torah. The second one Bereishis until Hashabara Lekim Lases, and the third one is the Maftir. Many years, when the way the calendar falls out, like this year, you have Rosh Chodesh Nissan in Shabbos. So what happens is you have Rosh Chodesh Nissan, you have you have Parshas Chodesh, and you have, of course, Vayikrah. Really nice b'shana zu. Gam l'gabi kama shana shebehem chol Rosh Chodesh Nissan b'Shabbos. So the kriya to say that Yom Parshas Vayikrah. Shnei Yisrael Hashachas Parshas Chodesh LaKriya the Rosh Chodesh b'Chol Rosh Chodesh Nissan b'Chol b'Shabbos. Give it your mitzvahs Kiddush Chodesh Nemra b'Pasach Chodesh Zeh l'Cham Shachas Parshas Chodesh Shapam Dubrei Rosh Chodesh Nissan Gam l'Parshas Vayikrah Shemra b'Rosh Chodesh Nissan. So this is interesting. I didn't know this. That 1 second. Shachas Parshas Chodesh. One second. Wow. So Parshas, yeah, but we were talking about that year it fell out. So, but Parshas Vayikrah itself was said on Rosh Chodesh Nissan. That's very interesting. So that year, so you had Parshas Hachodesh, which was said on Chodesh Nissan. You had Rosh Chodesh, and you had Vayikrah. They were all said on Rosh Chodesh Nissan. So it's a tremendous thing. So here you see the Tzad HaShava, how all these 3 Sfarim are interconnected. They're all connected to the month, the Rosh Chodesh Nissan. So now we have to learn something out of this, because everything has a Yiron of Hashem. How much more so when you have something important, like taking out 3 Sifrei Torah. Prati says, so more specifically, Kidei lahav and techna inyan deitzah shlosh Sifrei Torah. Rosh Chodesh Nissan shchol b'Shabbos b'Shonim Hachodesh lahaktam b'chila techna inyan deitzah shlosh Sifrei Torah b'chol Shonim b'Simchas Torah. So let's first begin with the taking out 3 Sifrei Torah on Simchas Torah, understand what's special about it then, and then we're going to come to understanding what's special about taking out 3 Sifrei Torah throughout the on Rosh Chodesh this so even things that happen once in a while actually are a lesson in life. That is taking out 3 Sifrei Torah actually makes everything happen throughout the year. Also taking out 3 Sifrei Torah Chodesh Nissan. This doesn't only have a connection to this Rosh Chodesh; it has a connection to the whole year. Has an effect on other years. So there's a special lesson here. What's the whole point of taking out 3 Sifrei Torah? Especially 3 Sifrei Torah. So when you open up the Aron, what is the tefillah that we say? It was when they began to travel. Because Sefer Torah, each right, so I don't know if you know this, but actually there are not 5 books of Moses, there are 7 books. Because Vayhi ben Aaron is a complete book. So up to Vayhi ben Aaron, I think it might be in Devarim or maybe Bamidbar, is 1 book. Vayhi ben Aaron is another book. And after that is a 3rd book. So one of the books of the Torah is actually 3 books. So that makes altogether 7 books. We saw a Sefer Torah. When you take out a Sefer Torah, this is just like when the Aron traveled. Which then Moshe Rabbeinu said, come, let's get up, and everybody will travel. What is the teaching by the Avodah of every person? At the level of Moshe Rabbeinu, which is in every single yid, listen very carefully to what's going on here. The Moshe Rabbeinu that is in you, that is in every yid, is saying, Kuma Hashem, get up. Do more good. I learned something very, very powerful this Shabbos. The Rebbe says, a lot of people think, they make a mistake about Yiddishkeit. They think Yiddishkeit is about what not to do. The Rebbe didn't have to make a world for what we shouldn't do. Don't make anything, then nobody will do any Avedas. The whole world is about what you should do. Get up, travel, do the Aveda, serve Hashem. So that means taking out a Sefer Torah gives us the power for the general Aveda, which is Asay Tov, do good, and Surmana, stay away from evil. This we have from the Torah. So when you take out 3 Sifrei Torah, what does that mean? We know 3 is the level of Chazaka, it's the level of permanence. You have the permanent power to beat the Yetzer Hara, to do good and not to do bad. A general strength in our Avodas Hashem. Fine. So now every single year we take out 3 Sifrei Torah. Simchas Torah is leading us into the year ahead of us. It's going to be the time where we're focused on doing the mitzvahs of the Eibishter, so we're getting the power from the Torah. Then we have Chazak Shabbat, And then special years, you get an extra koyach and a Chodesh Nissan. Vachilik b'nei muva has some technic kriya, but shlish Sifrei Torah. Technic kriya, but shlish svarim b'nei Chodesh Nissan. Shachal b'Shabbos mutkish b'kriya b'seif. Shlish Vayikrah in Parshas Chodesh al derech inyanim yuchot Rosh Chodesh Nissan Chodesh Seder l'cham reish Chodesh v'geim. Technic kriya, but shlish svarim b'Simchas Torah mutkish b'kriya b'seif sharim. As close as Sharei Atam, she could be svarim. After kriya mikra din he Parshas b'seif brach b'kabaran sayim b'svarim l'vadim neish. Maskif in Aschol Shalom, Beis Hamikdosh, Goyim, Blush Chodesh, Shabbos, the finish Rashi elicit, they hold Yitzchak das Seder, Elamach Seder. She meets with the Shinish Stav of Yisrael Matan Pasuk Bereshis, Hanish Akriya, the was he wait for the Pasuk Bereshis, but Kriya the Shabbos Chodesh. This and he. Machayish Zelachem, it's for the Shinish Stav of Yisrael. Also, the Kriya of Simchas Torah is about Bereshis, but this is about the first mitzvah. Yes, Laima, Shechilak Ben Kriya, the Parshas Pesach, like Kriya, Simchas Torah, what are the Chilak Ben Nissan, the Tishre, Shabbos, Ben Bistam, Simchas Torah, Kidu, Tishre in Yoni, and Hachodesh, Tippus, the Pasuk Bereshis, but listen in Yoni, and Hachodesh, Nissan, and Hachodesh, Yisrael, Shabbos, Mishvilah, Teri, Nibrailom, Vachinisha, Lesa, Shaila, Matan, Pasuk Bereshis, Leila, Yitzhak, Laskas, Terela, Machish, Zelachem, Shimit for the Shinish Stav of Yisrael, Shanakush, Lehem, who won Hagan Nisis, Kmar, Mazal, Perish, Machish, Zelachem, Mishabach, Rabbi Yaakov, one of Govalahem, Rosh Chodesh Gula. Gula Gam, and Hagan Tibus line Hagan Nisis. Now, Peas, the Yeshlavar, Chilik, the Beis Hamikdosh, Beis Hamikdosh, Sifrei Torah, but some Seder, some Shabbos, Rosh Chodesh Nissan, Beis Hamikdosh, Sifrei Torah, but some Seder, Nasis Chazaka. I'll close, I'll Peas, Seder, Ragel, to be the Gesider, and I'll be the Baby Shell. Ein Hagan Stibus, the Beis Hamikdosh, Sifrei Torah, but Shabbos, Rosh Chodesh. Nissan, Nasis Chazaka. I'll close. I'll say that Ragul Musaf Gil Hasma Vid Beifin Shal and Hagan Nisis. So the story is like this: that there are two avodas, right? We did this in the Maimon the other day. There's a avodah of the regular avodah, and then there's a miraculous avodah. So, for the koyach to have the power to do your regular avodah comes from Tishre, but the koyach to do your miraculous avodah comes from Nissan. So, so we're going to explain this, what it says. This month is a month for you. This is mitzvah Rishon, it's the first mitzvah. It says dafka mitzvah. Why doesn't it say Torah? So you do a chilik between Torah and mitzvahs. What's the difference between Torah and mitzvahs? No, Torah is higher than the world. Mitzvah is the command to a person how to behave in the world. There has to be a connection of the person in the world with the Eibusher. In other words, the Rebbe is saying here a very important and profound vart. That the goal is not to have a miraculous way of living. Some people, they say, also the Eibishter. No, you have to bring the Eibishter into the world. That we're going to transform the world through the Eibishter. In other words, you're dealing with the world, but like the Rebbe, you're not dealing in a way that you're limited by nature. You're dealing in a way that because you have the Eibishter, you're beyond nature. So it's both at the same time. Higher than nature, but in nature. The most important thing is don't be limited by yourself. The Rebbe doesn't want us to be limited. People limit themselves. Everybody behaves this way. I have to behave that way too. People act like a herd. Everybody, that's part of the problem now. Everybody's going shopping. Why are they going shopping? Because everybody else is going shopping. Everybody does what everybody else does. And even though it's stupid, and they may know it's stupid, but they still do it because we have a tendency to copy people. But that's stupid. You have to think about what is true, what is real, what is right. The Eibishter will take care of the rest. And if you focus on that way, then you live a good life in all ways. So this is the part that when you get the koyach of this Shabbos, it gives you the power to elevate yourself to do a miraculous way of living without any issues. So this thing that you have the power to do Torah and to live a higher life in this world is emphasized by taking out 3 sfarim. The reading of the 3rd Sefer, Hachodesh, in other words, we're meant to leave our restrictions and our perceptions of our fears and go into a miraculous way of living. Right, so the idea of the sun represents something that's constant. The idea of the moon is going up and it's going down. So it has a different form of energy. This is very important what the Rebbe is saying here. The goal of life is to unite these 2 things. You have to have both a constant avodah and a constant avodah which combines the idea of constant growth. So you're doing both at the same time. The way you behave is in a way of always going more and forward and better. שיש בכל אדם בכנס מייש בכנס דע שהוא ממש בכנס ייחוד אין זה ברוך למטה שיהיה שיידו מסגל בנפש האדם שיהיה בכנס היום בלא שם ניידתי איז ני דייט דה הינה לידס השב שו חי חיים בין מלבד דוי דער מאש קסריו אתייני da gam shemekze nemra Allah sin וכל מקום זה יש בכל דבר שמצטרף לקשר מחשבת בהשם קשר עם בכל זאת כמו שנבין בצמאים בדוק שלם תלוס לובי. So in other words, there's a very profound point here. And the point is that the Eibishter at all times is connected to us. The only question is if you're connected to him. If you get connected to him, then you rise above the limitations of nature. And then you can be like Moshe Rabbeinu, you can be a redeemer, and that's the goal. ודוגמאות מהבית כל בני ישראל שנקראים בני עין. Just reading something, hold on. The Yois with all Midshalam Vamra Chazal, come on, I love because of Kili Yodik. You have children, have children, have to be some government the Torah, have also him, but has a slim to place and nefesh. The Yois and the Shamas, but Gufim Dafka. So, take an stop for Chidish Bavid, but even Hogus is a Chidish Del, the Chem Shavu, so you call a Havak, so Nasa, meaning the Vayikrah, motivate Dabra Shaman law, may on my aid. On the Shems of the baby shall place and Nefesh baby, she suffered his baby, even though I know this not a baby shall be as Venisco, which calls him partially attached to Melabru, everybody's cruise with the Mother, who is Shikayem, so there's a very important point here. And the point is that where do we find the Eibishter? We don't find the Eibishter in heaven, we find him on earth. When we do a mitzvah on earth, when we are doing what we have to do here, this is the goal. There are three levels of having a miraculous and haga living with the Eibush in a miraculous way. Number one, you have Parshas, Hachodesh, in general, you have the idea of living a miraculous way. Number two, you have a kriya, the Shabbos. Then you have the fact that we're reading about Rosh Chodesh, and that's how Rosh Chodesh, how the miraculous way affects your regular way. So it's not that you remain in heaven, but it affects your behavior on earth. And then then being a miraculous person on earth becomes the way you are continuous. Medubar is a kasha Pesach nosim kol b'nei Yisrael. V'yesh leimar haramis bazeh Shabbos kol b'nei Yisrael hi ba'ofen shel nesiyos. The ma'alim say that Rebbe al derech haragil oif shel haga nisis. Now this is how a Rebbe behaved. The Rebbe was always in such a way. And this is the goal for every human being to behave in this way. When was born made he been say order and before say so say potato but last come and give us a potato so it's happened that have a shekh in the hedo in them room is bakriya bechol shlish svarim we gam with him bechis from potato bakriya the Parshas pages of the family Chodesh is Chodesh shall go le shabshem is Chodesh shall imam vav and Tishre and Nissan shesh boy Beis nun and Shem on Nissan is of Shem Shem is gam after sana feel Rosh nun the goes because of nafla going merely nisi. Yesim de gula la har shesim v'chayt Parshas v'chayt Pesach v'chol mesh v'sechet techlam matzah shepsem v'num zavit b'ashlos b'das the whole inyan mabil the tzuyin shepsada it's har shenik the chametz much v'chol mesh v'sechet the Iraq to Shalim shem the yira leinish al matzah mesh ruch tuma yitzhar avim in ours. So we're coming up to Pesach. Pesach is getting rid of chametz and putting in matzah. So wherever we are in the world, we're getting rid of our chametz, our negativity, and it's going to be a world of matzah, only positivity. And we know when a person does shuvah, you turn your sins into mitzvahs. So that of the she told him halach levanim room is much because Bahayar levanim chamo. Vakir Parshas Vayikrah. Shabbat Midavra Gama is Carbon Shmer Chapnal, you know, built to the Suyim. Right, you see him Chayim Parshula, Ashmabon. Shrem is all Shem says, Have Chashari Asham Heidra. In the room is Gam Mashikasan. Whole cover of Melatim, like you do it, Malik Vasim, and we read that time, which is though Indian is half Heidra. So that's the whole idea of salt, which protects and makes the food taste better. That we transform the darkness into light. So there's no sin that a person can't do tshuva for. The Parshas the Parshas Torah. Actually, Parshas all the Tarshi also prescribed Taira. Midu b'Rabtera Atzmo. He doesn't know who Anosi. Yasses Chatos. The Chaper Bad Bnei Yisrael. V'Chatzos Music part of Mesa Bayis. Achri af Taira. The Parshas Chayim receiving the Shabbos Chayim Nissan Pesach edition. Achri af Taira Shabbos Chayim Pesach Achri in the B'Sef Yeshayahu. Should play with Divinity and build it us for Yudarin. The whole boss, El Shiyusam, Siam the Chayim, Hachodesh, Acher Achitum, Sevishayam, Lashni Shur, Kulin the Chamto, Professor Lamer, Shraim is all Shaman says, Half Pashak and Hatam, Mills, we get the best, Divinity, and it have a nigga, these days of space on cable and possible fun about Edim. So actually, everything's going to transform to light. Mashiach is going to be here. Pio Amalel, Shabbat Sos, Gimel Sifrei Torah, B'Shabbos, Tishre and Nissan, As Pesach, Al Kol Savid, the Beis Hamikdosh, Nissan, the Ma'al Matav, Regilis. There's a fire base that takes Pesach, Kedem Pesach, Shalem, Dersh, Milchos, Pesach, Kedem Pesach, Shalem, Yom, Rebbe Shimon, Ben Gamliel, Mishtei Shabbos. So we know that we're meant to learn the laws of Pesach before Pesach. At least a week, and another opinion says, at least 2 weeks, another opinion says 30 days, and that's the general opinion. 30 days before Pesach, we're already in the 30 days. We have to start learning. Maybe from tomorrow, we'll start learning the laws. So here you could do both things in action. Parshas Hachodesh, so the Malach Chag Ki Shlishim Yom Bnei Chag. Misguide from Yisrael Chag Shtei Shabbos Bnei Chag. Sicha and Nissan the Allah Chag. V'Pnei Aliyah Sahim becomes Hazman V'Him V'Chaz Limud. As we get closer to Yom Tov, we have to learn on a much higher level both the amount of time and the quality. So maybe it was all PM board, but I'm going to time to the Rebbe Shimon make sure Beno in British Chodesh and Master all Pesach Shem Berachah said the Chodesh Chodesh was a room machine is the Chodesh as el Chodesh Chodesh and August this having this he is going to have them the Chodesh Chodesh the Shabbos so is finally it's my school limit Shem Berachah got the Rebbe with his up there and August. So the fact that Moshe Rabbeinu taught the halachas 2 weeks before gives us the power to do the same and to do it on a whole new level. When Pesach comes, we're going to be 100% clear in the laws. In the Pesach whole Tzarchei Pesach, and it's Tzarchim. Shaschos, so he starts with the Tzarchei Chag, Ki Shashim Bnei Chag. Shtei Shabbos Bnei Chag Bnei Chodesh Nissan, Sicha and Nissan Pesach Yisrael, V'Hasan and Nissan Chodesh Nissan, Beis Hamikdosh Hachodesh, Yisrael Motiv V'Regdos V'Prati Yisrael. Gam Lachri Yisrael Kusa Yimesh Smam B'Nissan Tzarchei Chag. Tzarch Kol Lachavech Lachs is the Bein Lachs Cheshvan Tzedek Yimin Nissan Tzarchei Chag. He's by even a massive get the play in heavy. So we have to make a promise that everything is going to be in the best way possible. And Isla said, Gam Lachri Nissan Tzarchei Chag the Bein Heavy myself out the Chimish, but we're going to move for Tzarch Lachs Cheshvan the Fied. He's up with say. So the Yom Shabbat time go to Gam Schum the Meister Chemish of Mela Tzarchei has been since Tzarchei Chag. So Baruch Hashem, we've grown. We have to add in how much we're giving for Pesach. He said it was all P. Members all Sevish Fil Shatisasher. Yochum Tzarchei has been since Tzarchei Chag. Nice all my Chemish Lifnei. He saw very close. He told the one of Kol Shi Yarvela. He's been since Tzarchei Chag. Think he gets very close. Shidus Bufloga. And the more you give for those who need for Pesach, the more the Abish is going to give with great wealth. As we've said at length before, the whole zet And all of this, also the days beforehand in Rosh Chodesh, shows Nasa and Hachodesh. You have to give more than usual, including your usual teva. Give more than 10%, more than 20%. Give everything that you can. It is a kosher. Stuck in since our school connected with Kol mitzvah. So stuck we know is included all the mitzvahs. So today we have to give for everyone to have everything in abundance. Through the tzedakah, we become clear. Our hearts and our minds become clear 1,000 times. So this is connected with the Nasi. The one who called the day was Nachshin Ben Nadav Lamat Yehuda. He was the Nasi of Rosh Chodesh Nissan. The time Shemkenu shall Nachshin Nemar Lamat Yehuda V'lei Nasi Livnei Yehuda K'Pishar V'Shvatim Hu K'Dei Lahagish Shehikriv Rishon Leirak V'Glah Yesi Nasi Shevet Yehuda L'Bnei Mailas Atzmai. He was able to do this not only because he was the Nasi of the Shevet Yehuda, because of his own greatness. Why was he called Nachshon? Because he first went into the Nichshel Shabiyam, into the sea. This is the Aveda with all your strength, without any reservations, Hanhaga Nisis, a miraculous way. In this we have giving tzedakah which goes beyond any limitations. Kadosh Chazal, like I say, with all your might, with all your money, like it's hinted to in the name of Nachman Amnadav, Lashon Divois, from giving Nidva Ruchai, he gave from his spirit, his giving came in actuality. He gave to such an extent that there was no greater giving. Because if you can give in a greater way, you haven't given completely. There should be no limitation in the giving, but Oifen shell and Hagas Nisas in a miraculous way. The Horol Gamish Limits of Veda British Nisas and Hagas Nisas, Eitzel another Vaviu, Canal, Sepavia Shlemek, Pirish another Vaviu, Bavis Kolecha Vechabisol, Shahu, the Avihu, Koyal Nodab Shilapon Vahinish, another Vinian and Divas who Av Avi Shemenu Boyim calling on the Aveda Bavishal and Hagas Nisas. The idea of Avi is that you have all the things in a miraculous way. Yeshlahesef, we can say, Shan Hagas Nisas, the mark of Yemenish Nachman, no, the Gam Bittel, Fixing Yonim, Bilted Suyim, Shadeyam, Sister Shiara, Trilos, and Nachshel, Shabiyam, is Battle and Nachshel, Shabiyam, Bajanikras, Hayam, and she's Battle Hell of Hester. So this is very important for our time. The Rebbe is saying you have Mesidas Nefesh for tzedakah, that Abish is going to get rid of all the problems. Not only that, the problems will become good. Yam Shalamayim Yabasha, Gili Dubchinas Alma, discuss Yam Shalamayim Alma, Disgalia Yabasha. Practically, we have to make sure that everyone has everything they need for Pesach. These initial Ma'inian, to this, we have the completion of everything from Yitzias Mitzrayim going out of Mitzrayim, Yitzias Mikolam Mitzrayim Magbulim, going out of all the limitations. Similarly, when it comes to the idea of stocking Yon Shal Nadav, Nadiv slave, the idea of Nadav, which is giving Kefir Litztaka, Lashon Kapara. When we do this, we get rid of all the negative vachim, so we transform it to good. Stuck is great that it brings the gula closer. Bittul goals to get rid of the goals. Transform it to redemption. Sim golish in nimshal yam soyer nachshal shabiyam. The goals is compared to a raging river. Like the Nachshel, I don't know what the Nachshel Shabiyam is, maybe like a sea monster. And from the tzedakah, we transform the negative to positive. Fearful as Ashir that Tsum is Hafach Yam Gadol, the world transforms into the great river, the ocean of love, Molar States Hashem, that the whole world will be filled with the knowledge of Hashem like water covers the sea bed. May it be Hashem's will that the good resolution that where everyone's going to take on this Chodesh to add in all the things of Vedic, especially the ideas of Pesach, Shabbos, Pesach, 2 Shabbos before the Pesach, the limud hilchos of Pesach and Simchas Torah Pesach is cooking, learning the laws of Pesach and giving the needs of Pesach to everyone who needs Vayikrah and Hachodesh in a way of beyond our natural levels. Tomorrow is Zar, V'tavi, V'tekum Miyad Z'schar, and Hachodesh because this will bring about that Hashem will go beyond his natural way. Beginning with the main miracle of Gula Mitzvah Shlema, the Abish is going to bring Mashiach, shows Yikam Kol Yisrael, Hilchos of Pesach Shlema, so then all the Jewish people will do Lachs of Pesach in completion of Chol Ma'akrav Karbanos Pesach Yudal Nissan, which is Karbanos of Pesach on the 14th of Nissan, Achilas Belel to Vav Nissan, and eating it in the 15th of Nissan, in a way that we all are gathered together. Shkol B'nai Yisrael Mesubim Derech, that all the Jewish people are united in a way of Chedus, like free people. And that's what we need, that we're all going to be in Eretz Yisrael. At the king's table, the king of the kings, the Abisha in his crown city, Yerushalayim, the capital city, in the palace of the king, Beis Hamikdosh, in the third Beis Hamikdosh. And this is the main thing. Parshas Vayikrah. Mashiach's going to come this Shabbos, Chodesh, Parshas Vayikrah. Chodesh Nissan, Shnas, Eitavshin, Hey, Hayatei Shnas, and in the place of Shabbos Chodesh. Why Shabbos? Because Shabbos is similar to Yom Shkul Shabbos Menucha Chayei, the day that it's totally Shabbos, and we're having this with this whole Corona thing. Everybody has to stick around at home like it's Shabbos, getting ready for the infinite Shabbos. Shabbos. Parshas Vayikrah, Vayikrah, Moshe V'Daber Shem Elav Me'el Moshe Shleim Musativ Beis Hamikdosh Shu Gam Meshulush Chazak Kivim Shekel Gam Ba'Yisrael Va'Yisheni Rosh Chodesh Nissan Rosh Chodesh Inyani Chidush Halavana B'Dugmas B'Yisrael Shem Elav Mein Elav Shem Asil Nischaz Kamesav Rosh Chodesh Nissan Rosh Chodesh Shel Geulah B'Nissan Nigdul B'Nissan Asil Nigoel Shas Hey Tavshin Al Behei Yidiyah Tinasam Al Chazak B'David Avi Nasam Lahem Le'edim David Malkam Mashiach Hayyu Teish Nasar in the place. Beis Hamikdosh Tzrayim in the place. Va'Yivshe Haviyosam Tei B'Chol Tekav V'Niskis Geulah Shenach Regalos. Going to be in a way of impermanence. Take the chazaka, Sifrei Torah becomes chazaka through taking out 3 Sifrei Torah. All of them connected with Gula Shnasa. Take about chazaka. And the strength through the Pesach of Torah. If Mizgal Order, he even said of a Sefer Torah based on the Shlisha, but Meshuchlo, you go to Yahweh, Mina Shammai, Vishem, Mixed on the Kenny Dog, Mitzvah, Shem, Allah, number of Shlishi, Kamen, Nick, the Blush, and a Kosa, Visim, Visim of Torah, Bahim, the Chodesh Bechachim, the Shabbos Shabbat. Yahweh called Basli, Shtach, Veslifnei, Fana Yamar Hashem says that every single Rosh Chodesh, every single Shabbos, everybody will come to bow before me, Hashem says. Beis Hamikdosh Shlishi, and the third Beis Hamikdosh, Shem, Shtayel, Moshe, Chanukasti, and when will the Beis Hamikdosh be? The Chanukah's Beis Hamikdosh. Oh, listen to this. When are we going to get the Beis Hamikdosh? This Rosh Chodesh Nissan. That's going to be this Thursday. The first day of the Rosh Chodesh Nissan. Take an animal, and you bring it as a carbon and it goes through all what's going to happen when the third Beis Hamikdosh. Amazing. Therefore, when Yudalit Nissan comes, all of us say Kol B'nai Yisrael, all the Jewish people, Kol B'nai Yisrael, and all the Jewish people, all the datas and all the generations, Beis Hamikdosh Shlishi, third Beis Hamikdosh, Smeichem B'Binyan Yirecha, will be thrilled with the revelation of the Sasam Avei, and absolutely rejoicing in the Avei B'nei Chashem and Azvachim and Absachim. We will eat there from the carbonates. We will thank the Eibishter. Baruch Atah Hashem, Gal Yisrael, blessed the Eibishter, redeem the Yidden in past tense, that this is what will happen. Fine. Fine. Okay. Sei gesund. We will connect tomorrow, yeah? Fine. Sei gesund.